How's it? Today is Wednesday, September 18th. I got a feeling healthier days are on the way. Today was a clean and jerk day, and it's been kind of, I guess, unofficially just a deload week this week. Maybe it'll be a deload block. I have no idea until at least my shoulder gets back to feeling 100%. So today was freestyling it. I didn't know what I wanted to do or how many I wanted to do or how heavy I wanted to do. So I ended up doing 2 power cleans plus 2 power jerks at 100. Because I was like, okay, 100 for a power clean is not very heavy. And for the power jerk, also not very heavy. So if I put two of them together, then it should be mildly challenging. And ideally, it's light enough for me to have my shoulder work properly. And I think that panned out exactly how I wanted it to. I feel like today was one of those days where I'm just trying to have fun. I think that while I suck at power clean, I think power clean is, of the variations of the lifts, probably one of my favorite ones. Which is really weird to say because typically I'm a person who likes doing things I'm good at. But I am horrible at powers in general. Power snatch is terrible. Power clean is not as bad as power snatch, but it's definitely not very good. I am a lot better at the regular clean. I'm a lot better at power jerking than I am power cleaning. And maybe this is going to be a shift into a new perspective, a new paradigm where I am going to be a power clean specialist. I have no idea. I'm just freestyling right now. I'm throwing things out into the ether, into the universe, and maybe I will be. I don't know. No idea. I think for me today, I was just trying to get moving, get my elbows around very quickly as best I could, and trying to, for the most part, keep the bar path relative to my body pretty close. So this one here, you see that 180 or that second rep at 80. That was a very, very, very good example of that, where I'm pretty close to the bar and it allows me to just kind of get right under real quickly. Here's my first set at 100. I think one thing that has been plaguing my shoulder is if I have my shoulder from the catch position a little further forward, my right shoulder, a little further forward than kind of allowing my scapula to be pulled directly in, then it opens my arm up to hurting. And I think the same thing is true whenever I do a press movement. So bench press, overhead press, or even the jerk here. If I don't use my shoulder at all, I think the jerk is fine. So if I just use only legs and then kind of maneuver my positioning into a spot where I can just support the weight immediately right after it's gone straight overhead, then I'm happy and pain free. I think when I'm looking at these cleans, it's I feel like I am a shell of my former self, but that is to be expected when I am feeling as beat up or I guess injured as I am. And I'm really, really excited for kind of moving forward and seeing where my shoulder is going to be in a few weeks. Because I do think that the lifting this week went pretty well. And I can't complain about how it felt this week versus last week versus 2 weeks ago. It's been getting a lot better. Say maybe if 2 weeks ago my my shoulder was at 40% of normal movement and normal amount of mobility and everything, last week might have been 50 and this week might be 55 or 60. I'm not putting numbers on them because I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know where I am lacking right now, but I am getting better. And I do know that whenever I have my scapula pulled back to the proper position, or not proper position, but I guess most retracted, So retracted would be my shoulder blades moving more towards my spine. Then everything else feels pretty good, feels pretty safe, feels no pain. And so that is something that I'm going to be focusing on and latching onto. Ideally, what that means is if I get more rotator cuff work, rotator cuff warm-ups and all these stuff, then my rotator cuff should be able to allow my shoulder to be kind of pulled further into the socket and then allow it to articulate a little bit better. And that ideally would mean that my shoulder doesn't hurt. I don't know if that's true. I don't know how off that is, but for me, like, that is something that makes sense. So yeah. I remember that a couple weeks ago, like even doing the deadlifts for my clean pull, clean deadlift type thing, that was hurting because I wasn't able to pull my shoulder blades into the right spot. So like retract my shoulder blades and then depress them, and then just allow the shoulder to kind of go where it needs to go from there. But before, it used to be almost internally rotating my shoulder first, and then wherever that shoulder blade left or wherever that shoulder blade lay would be where I would start to lift. And it seems like that is no longer pain-free, I guess. After that, I did my Chinese rows, dumbbell overhead walks, and then a few of my GHD sit-ups. Honestly, like even though I'm lifting lighter weights today, I feel a lot better. I feel like the outlook that I have on my weightlifting for now is a lot healthier. It's a lot more optimistic than it was, a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So I feel like I'm moving in the right direction, especially like mentally. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Shoots.